so he didn't have to tune in. Y'all understand what I'm saying? We have to get a feel for who God is, so we can be conformed into His image and not the image of other people. Let me tell you something. This is what freedom is. Freedom is getting in God and becoming what God wants you to become. That's what freedom is. Now, I try to stay as holy as I can. Okay? Do I fall short sometimes? Yes, I do. Am I right? What I just tell you, ready? Yes, you do sometimes. But that does not mean you are not being conformed into the image of His dear Son. Sin, this sounds so bad. I feel funny saying it. The presence of sin does not denote the absence of God.
You're right about that.
The presence of sin does not mean God is absent.
Right.
Because His grace is.
That's right.
His grace. Man.
Superabound.
Oh my God. I've seen it with my own eyes.
If you commit adultery, guess who in the bedroom with you?
God.
That's it. But He is. He everywhere. You can't do nothing without Him seeing you. It's hard for people to believe that, but people be like, sin and God, it'll never coexist. Well, why does God live in you when you still sin then? Every time you sin, does He leave?
Nope.
Does God leave when you commit a sin? No, He don't leave. You know why? Because He wouldn't really be married to the backslider if He left them sitting there.
Okay.
You can't leave somebody when they mess up. Oh, I'm coming back now that you made. That's not unconditional love. Now your love is conditional. Right? The reason why God stays in you is because Him being in you is eventually why you stop sinning. So He can't remove the power for you not to resist sin, because He is that power. You understand what I'm saying? Understand something, y'all. Look, when God says He gives people over to a reprobate mind, that's because that person will no longer listen to God. Don't matter what He says. Don't matter what He says. And then we run around here talking about we disconnected from God. How you disconnected from something inside of you? How is that possible? How you disconnected from God and He inside you? When you go to the bathroom, He there. When you go eat, He there. When you go to work, He there. And you at work talking about where God at, and you really took Him to work with you. That don't make sense. This is how we got to start living. To be conformed to the image. God understands that salvation is instant, right? But transformation is a process. It will take it's going to take you your whole life for God to transform you into the image of His dear Son. But the reason why I know it will happen is because if He purposed for it to happen, it will. How you think you so big that you're going to mess up God's purpose? How does that happen? How does a little old you, the God who made the whole universe, that can count the number of hairs on your head, you think you so raw that if you mess up, the whole will of God ain't going to work? Man, shut up. I be hearing people say this, hey, look, do I think God raised me up to teach? Yes, I do. But if I don't teach no more, is He going to raise up 19 and a half more people like me? More than that. It's a whole bunch of Mikkals and Olas and Reggies and all of us walking around that do exactly what you're doing and might be just doing it somewhere else that you can never be. Never think of yourself that high.
That's right.
But it applies to sin too. It applies to sin too. It applies to righteousness and unrighteousness. God is very wise. God is very wise. That's why they say the foolishness of God is wiser than that of men. Because it's foolish to make people as foolish as we are. Right? And then ask somebody as stupid as we are to give Him glory. That don't make sense. That's like asking an illiterate kid in the class to read out loud. It is not supposed to be able to happen, but He finds a way to make it happen. Because if you are conformed to the image of God, you ain't going to have no problems. When we realize, and I'm trying to apply this to my life, I ain't acting like I have. When God really becomes all I need, I'll need less. That's it. When God really becomes all I need, like me and Trina Moore, we was going to be homeless, right, for a month. I'm like, okay. Now, I ain't going to lie to y'all. I wasn't asking nobody for no help. I told her, look, we'll be in a hotel, I'm going to pay for it. I ain't asking nobody. Trina like, I'm asking somebody. So she just went and did it. I really didn't like it, but shoot, I ain't got to pay no money now. It's fine. But I was willing to do that. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? Maybe I gotta learn how to ask if I can. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that is pride. I'm sorry, but hey, and the person that would have had to ask, oh no, ain't no way I was gonna ask that person. However, God will always get the glory out of a life who is attempting to become Him. At best, God will reward you for your attempt.